Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I live at the French Climber in Mountain Village, Colorado. If you want to find anything about me, you can go to MySpace where I have a page. This here is a concept pitch on how to stop Obama, President Obama, from giving away or selling America's sovereignty. This would include American territory, like our states, or our banking system, or just our economy, our military, or anything that is American owned, or should be part of American and should never be sold or given away or loaned anyone, for that matter. First, let me say that this actually can go back to President Bush Sr. I'll just call him Sr. He was president from actually 1989 to 1993, but they go from 88 to 92 in the records, I guess. Actually, our sovereignty was starting to slip away as far back as 1989. And Clinton kept it going, and it's actually pushed it a little bit. Bush Jr., I'll call him, didn't do much to protect our sovereignty. Seems like he wants to just get rid of all our borders. And now Obama is now engaging in this globalization movement where he seems to be wanting to allow the United Nations to have more control over our economy and our finances. And this has got to be stopped. Here's how it can be stopped if it's not too late. You need 34 states to call for a constitutional convention. Right now, there are 32 states in the United States calling for a constitutional convention. We need 2 more. If 34 states call for a constitutional convention, then Congress has got to hold one. They don't have a choice. This is this is the way our system works. Without going into all the things that could happen there, I just want to get it down to one little thing here. In that Constitutional Convention, one thing that is really needed is an amendment that forbids the President of the United States, the Congress, or any military personnel, or anyone for that matter, from surrendering 1 square inch of American territory to any foreign power, but also forbids, makes it unconstitutional for the President to surrender our economy, our military, or anything that is within our system, including our judicial systems, like our Supreme Court, to a foreign power. What I'm trying to explain is that Obama and Bush before him, seem to be willing to surrender some of our sovereignty when it comes to our economy, or our banking system, like letting the UN have more control over our financial systems, or letting the UN redistribute the American wealth. That seems to be on the rise, and you hear that talk more and more. Unfortunately, we have a lot of liberals in this country who don't understand that the UN is not our friends, they're our enemy. They're just as bad as the Russians once were. And the Russians are still not our friends. At least not the government. And these people would love nothing more than come in here to just rape this country and mug every American they could find. That's just the way it is. And Obama is a very naive person, and he could probably be sold into selling out and giving away our sovereignty. Yeah, it is true that in the Bible it does predict that in the latter days we would have a one-world government and a one-world religion. But that doesn't mean we have to willingly go in that direction. So I'm just simply stating that if we could have a constitutional convention, they can put amendments up that forbids any president, including future presidents, from giving or selling in any way America's sovereignty to any foreign power. If the UN says, well, we want control over your banking systems, or we want a little bit of control over it, can't do it. Well, we would like to station UN people, which they already have some already here, in Vermont and open up a base. Can't do it. We would like to take control of the national parks. You can't do it. We would like to redistribute your American wealth. You can't do it. We Americans have to take care of ourselves first. The world's not going to take care of us. The world's trying to mug us, is what they're doing. And Obama is naive enough to let them mug us, and that's for sure. So that's what I'm calling for. And the constitutional amendment that stops this president and future presidents and Congress members and the military from surrendering our sovereignty to any foreign power. And that includes these UN thugs. Again, the UN might have been a great idea at one time, but it needs to be done away with, and a new UN needs to be formed somewhere that's not a threat to America and Israel, particularly. But this UN here is our worst enemy right now, probably more so than Al Qaeda. So anyhow, that's my idea, and I hope if you like the idea, you will pitch it to your congressional representative and pitch it through the internet and make it a reality one day. Because we are in danger of losing our sovereignty, and Obama is not experienced enough to know how to fight off all of these smooth-talking Europeans and Chinese and Russians who are going to try to con him into giving away our sovereignty. It's scary and spooky to think that any president could do something like that. But this guy's working on it. Better pay attention to what he's doing. Again, thank you for your time, and I hope you like my concept pitch.